was that? You're probably wondering. That was quite the ride out here, and you're probably saying to yourself, do you not cut wood anymore? Of course I do. I just like to have a little bit of fun with the work. As you know, I like to ride golf carts and ATVs, and well, if I can throw something else into the mix, I certainly will. Now on that point, you probably didn't know this, but about 20 or 25 years ago, I was pretty seriously into mountain biking, and well, with age things change, and my mountain bike now hangs up almost permanently inside the rafters of the shop. But at that time, 25 years ago, I traveled all over to mountain bike as much as I could. I would go out west, Western Canada, ridden all the trails out around Victoria, BC, and we're talking like downhill free ride trails, ladders, drop-offs, jumps, all that type of thing. Rode out in Vancouver, the North Shore as well. If you know what that is, you'd know about mountain biking. And Whistler, been out to Whistler to mountain bike, and well, I lost that spark, and I almost got it here this morning. I got that mountain biking spark back. I had such a good time just on that little ride. No, I'm not sure how Freedare found out that I don't mountain bike anymore that I used to. Maybe they saw my bike up in the rafters in the shop, but they sent me this, and thank you to them for that. And they said, you have no experience with e-bikes, we understand. If you want to give this a go around your place, by all means, see what it can do. And that's exactly what I'm doing here today. I made my first little inaugural ride, and I'll continue doing so because I like to have fun on my way out here. And let's not fool ourselves here. I could probably do with a little bit of exercise. As many of you have said, now that I have this type of sawmill, I'm hanging out at the controls and I'm not moving that much. Well, there's a little bit of exercise with stacking wood, but you're absolutely right. So this will help me. Now this thing, it's got the cargo racks in the front and the back. I just zip tied a what do you call it? Zip tied a milk crate back there, and that's what I put all my stuff in. And the front, the odd time I have more stuff, I throw it in up there. But one thing I really liked about this that I wasn't expecting was that feeling of like a dirt bike. I was thinking I'd have to put in a lot more effort, and I pedaled a little bit, but let's be honest, if I didn't want to pedal or there was a hill, I just hit the go button, and it did just that. It ripped around. On that far area over there, that straightaway, I had to let off the button. We were starting to approach over 20 miles an hour, and those are rough terrain back there. But more or less, I just fired this thing up, and you probably saw my display screen in the video. But it would actually tell me the speed, and it's kind of scary because I noticed the number there says 60. I can't imagine it does 60 miles an hour. We'll find out one day, but it probably won't be on these trails. But anyways, this is a fun toy I just wanted to introduce you to. If you see it out here on the channel, just know I'm trying to get back into my old form, the old mountain biking form. A little bit leaner, maybe not quite as meaner, and certainly as much fun, having as much fun. Anyways, let's get down to sawing. Here we go. Well, there we have it, folks. I'm at least off to the races. I cut some stickers here today. I needed to stack some other lumber, and so I just took some old red pine I had, threw it up on the sawmill, and went to town. Now, as you can imagine, I've got logs galore here, so I don't exactly have to, well, saw the smallest logs, but these are the ones that I had here today, and so I decided, even though they might be on the small side, I'd go ahead and put them through the sawmill. Certainly faster than me going out and grabbing some other ones. That doesn't mean we won't be out there grabbing some. I'm going to be doing an awful lot of that. I hope you come back and join me for that. I've got some big plans when it comes to log gathering, and I think you'll like what I've got up my sleeve. Now, if you had any questions about my sawmill here, the Clarke Model 350-38, put it down below in the comments. This thing is certainly well, it's a beast, and it's a learning curve for me. I'm still figuring things out. I'm going slow when we get real low. I'm making sure that I don't drive that blade into one of the log stops or log clamps. Now, if you were watching closely, you might have seen that I was looking, especially when we got down low, I was looking on the left and the right of the log, and what I was looking for was my laser lines. I've got two lasers here, one on either side, and their sole purpose is to give me a reference point where that blade's going to hit the log. And it makes it so that if they're touching the log clamps, the laser that is, or the log stops, I can go ahead and adjust my height. That's really what their purpose is, and I find it speeds things up for me. I don't come up here anymore with a tape measure. I don't have to do anything fancy like walk around the sides. I just glance left or right. And these lasers, by the way, I'll put the contact info down below. I've been running them for probably 4 years or so on my previous sawmills as well. Made by a company called Apenex. And yeah, I'll put that down below. And one last thing I'll mention here, if you haven't seen me run this much, there's actually 2 forward and 2 reverse speeds. You can see it down here. So when I'm making the cut, I typically go just forward. That's speed number 1, we'll call it. And the odd time I'll jump it into high gear. You'll see fast forward. And then I come back to neutral. Neutral when I get to the far end and I'm ready to bring back the material. To bring back the material, that's reverse speed 1, and that's fast reverse. I typically use fast reverse, and that allows the material to get pulled back even faster. Fast forward, I don't use it all the time, but if I am just traveling, even without cutting, you'll see me using fast forward 99% of the time. So, with that in mind, I think I'm going to continue cutting here. I've got my stickers here on the left. I ran a few nice 2x4s on the right, and if we get a good look down there, hard to see, but I'd say that's a beautiful thing. You can always tell how sharp that blade is, how well it's cutting, by how crisp and square the edges are, and I'd say that's real nice. The wood's getting cut real flat as well. That blade, I've cut a few logs on it prior to today, and I think it's still relatively sharp, so we'll keep it going. Anyways, that's going to do it for me here today. If you do want to come back for some more sawing action, I'd encourage you to do so. You can also check out my other playlist with the Clarke sawmill here. And as always, do me that big favor, give this video the old like-a-roo. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy trails. See you next time. Okay, I'll start pedaling, but I'm going to hit the go button. Oh yeah, there it is. Whoa, 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 slow her down. Whoa dear. Let's go to the straightaway, shall we? Oh yeah. All right, we gotta go slow here. Oh yeah, this is fast. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I think the golf cart might take a break for a bit. This thing's like riding a dirt bike. Whoa! That's wild. I'm going uphill here. 16.5, and it's pulling. Whoa boy, there's 24. I had to let off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm hooked again.